Ladies and gentlemen, I am back. I am back. We have some good news and some bad news. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. So last time we left off, I did pass my evaluation. This was my second trade, right? This was the first one for the first 1500. I was in this one. Did it come back and week me out here, break even, went down, did the move. Then this is the last one you guys see me caught at 8 o'clock in the morning. And I finished it like 8:20 or something like that. I did catch this trade, passed the combine. Remember I was telling you guys I wanted to so I can get the brush thing here. Where's that? Where's the brush tool? I don't know my tools right quick. Let me find the tools. Let me find the tools. Remember I was telling you guys I wanted a 8 o'clock. I was waiting for the 9 o'clock candle to close. And I wanted a entry around here. So I wanted the 9 o'clock candle to close here. Give me an entry to take it up. Obviously that never happened. Undo. Obviously that never happened. Hold up. Undo. Why wouldn't this come off of this brush thing? But yeah, obviously that never happened. I did wait for a pullback around 10 o'clock. I did catch this right here. I dropped back into the 5 minutes time frame. We can get to that. We're going to get to all of that in a second. I did drop down to the 5 minute time frame. It drew me a support here. I know the support was being formed here. Where's my box? I know support was being formed here. So I noticed that. It held, came back. It respected this level, didn't break that level. So the trend was still being held. Formed a doji candle. This way I took my entry. I think I more likely got it on this candle. I'm not sure. Okay. So I got in at 10 o'clock, I believe. 10, 10, 15, or 10, 10. I got in here. I'm not sure exactly what time. I got in right there. I pushed up. And I think I closed it before this candle, before here. Before here, I closed it. I made around like another 14, I think 1450. Around 1400, 1500, something like that. So I did end up closing that day, which was Tuesday. I did take some losses before that, I believe, or overnight. Well, I ended up closing that trade on Tuesday. Account balance at $1,291 and I think 13 cents or something like that. So that was Tuesday. Cool. Fast forward to, so that was the good news. That was the good news. I did hit for another like $1,400, $1,500. So these are the three trades. Recap here on Monday or Sunday night. Caught the first 15. Missed out on this beautiful opportunity to do something nasty. Tuesday morning. Did catch this. And I also caught this on a pullback. Sadly, didn't pull back to here and give me the whole move. Because that would have been amazing if I caught it down here all the way up. Fast forward to later, I think overnight. That was Tuesday night, right? That was Tuesday morning. This is 10 o'clock, around 10 o'clock at night. Okay, so 10 o'clock that night, I started around this time. I started trying the high risk trades, the trade that you really don't want. Get off this 5 minute. It wasn't on 5 minute. The trades that you don't want to take, right? You don't want to take these trades, but when will I learn, right? Okay, so here I'm trying to, I was trying to anticipate a 4 hour pullback. If I can rewind to about here, go to 4 hours. I was trying to anticipate the move when it was going to actually do the 4 hour play and turn around. Honestly, man, you don't want to keep doing that. You just want it to give it to you personally. Let it show you. You don't want to do that. But I was trying to anticipate that. I think I ended up taking some losses. Probably took maybe three or four trades that night. End up losing probably two of them, whatever. Okay, so fast forward later that night. Drop back down to the 15-minute time frame. Here's the bad news. The good news is I made that. The bad news is this was my potential setup here. I was noticing price right here. Every time it came down here, it kept rejecting this level. This became a 1 hour support level for me. So this was a 1 hour support. Keep that in mind because this level is going to come in very, very handy later on. This level right here, very, very important level right here, right? Very, very important level. So that became a 1 hour support level there. Okay, so at this point, 1 hour is bullish. The 1 hour is on an upward trend. You zoom back out again. 1 hour is on an upward trend. I think 40 minutes is on an upward trend. 1 hour, 4 hour, 2 hour, and all the bigger time frames. Everything above 1 hour is trending up. I think the 30 minute at the time was here, then it broke the lows. So 30 minute has dropped. So I'm okay. This level here, like I said, it kept coming down. Reject, reject, reject. Went up. This is a 15-minute level. When I was trying to look for the sells below, I was using this 15-minute level here to try to get a sell down. Again, just wait till you kind of don't want to do that, but that's the higher risk trade that you're trying to capitalize off of to make that little extra. You can do it, but it's not really recommended, especially if it's like out of session. The volume isn't really there that you're looking for to give you that immediate push. Like here, that's the exact same thing I did here. It was pushing up, boom, but I got this trade like at midnight. The volume kicked it around London session, and it gave me the quick move. Here it was still Asian session, messing around. Okay, so fast forward. At this point, I'm looking for it's dropping. At this point, I kind of gave up on the sell. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave the sell alone. I'm gonna focus on just the buys to continue going up, continue making that 4 hour higher low. Because we're looking at, this is the 4 hour highs, and we're looking for a 4 hour higher low. If we rewind to maybe here, we're looking for a 4 hour higher low to be formed. Well, yeah, we're looking for the 4 hour higher low to be formed. Exact same thing we took down here when we got that sell when I wanted to come back in, but it never did. Exact same thing we did here on Sunday when I took that exact same thing, right? We're looking for the exact same trade. Exact same thing. Higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher low, took the buy up, higher high, higher low. Exact same thing, rinse and repeat. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. Very simple, very robotic. Okay, so we're looking for that to be formed. And I noticed, like I said, this 1 hour level is being, look at that, doji being held, boom, boom, boom. So at that point, now I'm looking for a buy. Like I'm looking for where can I get in on a, now zoom down to the 15 minutes. So my focus now is on the 15-minute time frame to buy off of this level in order to go up. So let's play it out. See, so, okay, pause it there. So right here, actually perfect. Right here, the 15-minute, I'm looking for a 15-minute close above here. Or was it here? It might have been here, right? It might have been here. I'm looking for a 15-minute push to show me that, okay, the 15-minute went down. It did break this 1 hour level, but it immediately came up, took out the lower low, lower high, took that high out. So now I'm like, okay, cool. This is my position. I think it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay, great. This is, I think, where I got in at. I can't access it because I did blow my account. Bad news. I did blow my valuation account. So I can't really get into it. So I think I ended up taking my trade maybe here. Stops below here. Perfect. Obviously, I wanted it to break these support levels. And we were going to take it up to the next support level, which has been doing up here. That was my trade. That's what I was looking for. Okay, cool. So along with that 15-minute time frame, I wanted the 30-minute to shift as well. On Trading View, it doesn't show the 30-minute breaking this level here. That's why this line is here. But on Top X, it did show that it did break that level. So I am trading over Top X, so it is what it is. Boom, 30-minute candle, next 30-minute candle, finally broke it. I'm already in the trade at this point. Boom, it's doing this thing. I'm like, okay, great. I just need for it to break this level now, and we should be good. Let's play. Immediately, it rejected off of that level and came immediately down there. I wasn't scared. I'm like, man, that was ugly. But at the same time, if you noticed, these circles are here because swing low, the lower lows are just getting higher, right? We're going to play it out, play some more. It kept breaking my heart. Like, honestly, it kept breaking my heart. Every time it would go up, I'm like, okay, great. At this point, we got a 4-hour closer above this level. We got the 4 hour, if you can see, the 4 hour higher low is finally made. And I'm thinking, okay, great. This thing's about to shoot off to the moon. Let's do it. I've been in this thing since barely got into sleep. Been in this thing all night watching it. It shoots up again. I think I fell asleep around like 5 o'clock. I stopped watching it. Now I'm looking at this thing. At the time, I didn't have this here. At the time, I didn't have this level here. This level here was here. It's a 4-hour level. You zoom out. This is a 4-hour level. So that's my 4-hour level. But it kept rejecting it, right? But we could probably delete that level too. But if you zoom out to the daily, this daily level, this area is a very, 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 very strong daily rejection level. And I didn't have this line here until after the fact. And as you guys can see, it tanked off of that level. Every time it touches it, it does it. And it did it this time without fail. All this is patterns, right? Look to the left. What's going to happen? Look to the left. It's a high potential, right? We had 25%, 50%, 75%, 100% chance that this thing is probably going to reject off of this level. I wasn't looking at it like that. Again, man, I was probably so sleepy. I slept like all of 2 hours. I was not paying attention, and I was just going with the overall trend at the time. The overall trend was bullish, so I'm looking for a buy, right? I'm looking for buys. Buys up still. Sells is no longer. I'm not even thinking sells. The lower highs is continue pushing up. I'm not even thinking sells, right? Okay, great. So that happened. I think I fell asleep around 5 o'clock. Woke up around 7 o'clock. It was like down here. I'm like, man, what is going on with this trade? Right? Why won't it go? Why won't it go, right? So after a while, you can play it out some more. Boom, right then and there. Whoa. You guys even seen it further, right? So after a while, it was pushing up. I think I started stopped looking at the charts. I walked away. Went to make breakfast. I think I was risking like $830 at this point. But I noticed because of how these lower highs kept getting higher, I switched my stop to a mental stop, right? My mental stop now was these lows. I was no longer targeting these lows for our stops. I was very comfortable with these lows right here because it basically showed me if you were going to get in this position right here at 8 o'clock or 7:30, you're probably going to get in here and your stops is going to be here. So now my stops is here. Took some risk off the table. Boom. Stopped paying attention to it. I think I got a text. My homie texted me. He's like, yo, gold is melting. I went back and looked. Gold broke all the trend. It broke the 1 hour, that major 1 hour level I was telling you about before. Very important level that anything below this level was definitely 100% a sell. Keeping in mind that the trend at this point, the trend has been broken. The lower lows has been broken. The level has been broken. So now, if you were to look on a bigger time frame, the daily level, the daily right here is very, very strong. Went up, took out the previous daily highs, came down. Even at one time, I think at what was that? That was 8 o'clock. It tapped it and reject off of it so heavy. So I wasn't thinking at the time that gold just gave me a beautiful setup, right? This was the support level. This was the resistance level up here. We're going to use the daily as resistance. The daily resistance level, very, very, very strong, by the way. The higher the time frame, the stronger the levels are. The 15-minute level is cute. It's cute, but it's not as strong as a daily level. You know what I mean? I was just using that for a sell at the time around here. But the higher the stronger, the higher the time frame. Always keep this in mind. The higher the time frame, the stronger the support levels are, right? Support and resistance level. So basically, with that being said, as you notice it right here, went up at 5 o'clock. Doji rejected off of there, create me a doji, shot down. Then it shot down here. If I can get my little brush again, shot down. This right here. Let me undo that thing. Wait, how do I do this? This right here. This pattern right here is called an evening star pattern. I wasn't paying attention to. No, I was asleep actually. I was asleep. I told you I fell asleep around 5 o'clock. Got up around 7. So when it did that, that was my cue to honestly pay attention to, like, okay, yes, sells, buys might not be the play. Buys might not be the play. Let's worry, think about sells only if it breaks below. I gotta get used to this brush thing. Let's think about sells, but only if it breaks below this level, right? So exactly what it did. It broke the trend. The trend was pushing up. It broke the swing lows. The higher lows pattern has been broken. Came down. Now the smaller time frame has shifted bearish. 5 minutes bearish, 30 minutes bearish again, 15 minutes bearish again. And right here at 8:30 shot down 100%. I did end up closing it right here. 100%. I should have got immediately switched my thought to that. Immediately switch my thought to that, targeting these levels here, previous 4 hour higher, previous 4 hour higher low. And that should have been my play yesterday. And let's see what happened, right? Well, we kind of know what happened. Immediately once that happened, I should have shifted my focus. Resistance, support was broken, trend has been broken. And let's see. 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. Within 4 hours, gold went down and hit TP. Very, very fast. Happened so fast. I ended up missing that trade because I don't know. I want to say lack of sleep. Making breakfast, not even looking at the charts. I wasn't even on the charts. After I closed my position here, I think I actually closed my laptop. I wasn't even looking at it no more. I don't know what you want to call it. I took a $600 loss on that move, even though I could have taken 600 up here or could have break even, anything I could have done, right? This was actually the trade after a major multiple rejection off this daily support level, literally all night long. Ever since it came close to it at 11 a.m., it reject off of it every single time. And I think towards the end of the day, where did I end up blowing my account? Towards the end of the day, I caught some of this, I want to believe. What time was that? 11? I want to say, I think on a 15-minute time frame, it looks better. I caught some of this. I did get in here. And I think I made, let me see. I caught some of this. No. After that happened, I think I had got in, where I got in now. Was that a 5 minutes, 15 minute? I think it was here. I think this already had happened. I got in on this candle here. My stops was here. And yeah, and my target was down here. And this was a $2,500 move I was looking for. I did get in this. I think at the time, honestly, I had a grocery pickup. I left it alone. I was going to run some errands. I got out this trade 100%. 100% I closed this trade at a loss and I walked away. Simple as that. I walked away, came back. And I guess I did that out of frustration. It was like, man, it wasn't moving. I seen it drop like that. I seen it come back. I seen it dropping again. I'm like, okay. And I was like, man, why is it not moving as soon as I got in there, right? So I ended up taking a loss on this. I think it was a $100 loss, $110. Then later on that day, I think I got in again down here or somewhere around here. I made, because I was targeting these levels here. Yeah, so I got in here. I was targeting here. So I got in here somewhere like that. I made like $90 and closed it. I swear, I kid you not. Like when was that? It was like minutes later. Yeah, it was on a 5-minute time frame. So I got in here, probably closed it here, targeting here for like a $350 move. Minutes later, it just melted. I'm like, whoa, what is the odds? What is the odds of gold? Me getting in here again. Remind you, I had originally had the buys, got wicked out. Immediately, I should have gotten the sells. If I got in the sells here, I would have been perfectly fine. I did get in this move. Stops was above here. I think before this candle was formed, I got out. I swear to God. I was in it for like, I guess I had like mental fatigue at that point. Within 10 minutes of me opening this trade, I got out. And then it finally came down. I noticed that. And then I noticed that. I'm like, I stopped looking. And then I end up catching somewhere down here, targeting these lows. Came back, removed. My homie started texting me about something. Went back and looked at the charts again and immediately closing this position and then it just tanked. And I was like, wow. Minutes after closing, I think I closed on this candle, and it just tanked. 10 minutes later, it just tanked. That was a $2,000 play. I missed that one. So towards the end, this is where I blew my account. When it came down here, I dropped down. Ridiculous, by the way. Ridiculous. When it came down to here, I dropped down to the 1 minute time frame. Now I'm playing with fire. At this point, I'm FOMOing. I'm pissed off. I missed the other trades. I missed gold multiple times for the $2,000 plus move. So yeah, what we do now? Revenge trade, right? So it's like 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock. I'm like, okay, gold is coming down. It's about to continue to drop. I'm going to get in here. And then I got 2 contracts selling immediately. I think I had like $900 to $1,000 left in the account before it was completely blown. Man, I blew that thing so fast. Within like, as you can see, it was gone real quick. Blew the account. And I was like, wow, why did I do that? Funny enough, before all that even happened, I was also in this NQ buy. I took this NQ buy yesterday. Remember I told you guys I was going to the grocery store. I had a grocery pickup. I took this NQ sell. I'm not sure. I think I got in here somewhere 9:30. Probably got out around here, something like that. But I took the buy. I was watching it. I took the buys here. I had no stops on it. Boom. Here's my alert. I had an alert set right here. That's like my alert is like, man, get out this trade, go break even. I never break even alert right here, or just close it. This thing went up, I kid you not, right here, 11:35, came down. I was driving back to the house, just watching the charts, kept refreshing. My phone kept locking. I kept unlocking my phone, looking at it. Man, don't do that, especially on no 5 minute time frame. But like I said, I didn't have any stops, so I kind of had to keep an eye on it. But I did have an alert, and I kid you not, right here, I closed this. 5, 10, 15 minutes. This thing went straight to TP. Straight to TP. Where's my brush? Did I have a brush on here? Where was the brush at? Let's just use this. I kid you not. Closed it here. 5, 10, 15 minutes. This thing went straight to TP. That's when gold started tanking too. Around 11:35. Yeah. 11:35 or so. That's when gold started tanking. It just started melting. I'm not sure what happened in the market, but yeah, gold just started melting around that time. I was in this trade on the way back to the house. Before I left the house, I think I got in it. Within 5 minutes of me coming back, 15 minutes of me coming back to the house, this thing shot up and hit TP immediately. And I was like, wow, how does that happen as soon as I close the trade? This was a $1,700 move. This would have recovered my entire account. End up closing that. That's when I got into gold sales at the time, targeting here. End up closing that as well. I don't know. So yeah, that was basically how I blew my funded account. In 2 days, I made it. I went funded in 2 days, and I blew it in 2 days. Okay, so now if I have to say the reason exactly why I blew the funded account, it was just overtrading. It was overtrading, impatient, FOMO. Yeah, I think that's it. Overtrading, FOMO, and impatience, and I guess a little frustration as well too. Because I was frustrated because I end up not necessarily even losing that trade. I end up closing it here. I was frustrated that I miss these opportunities. That made me get in here and continue thinking, okay, gold's gonna continue to drop. Because I was targeting down. I was targeting these levels here. These are levels I bought from to go up. And these same levels, the same support level here. You know what I mean? It's the same support level. I told you guys before in like the first video. The same support level. It came down and hit it perfectly, and that was my TP. Because the frustration of, I don't know, those are the things that I have to work on. It's not the actual trading for me. I've kind of got the whole trading thing kind of down. It's the whole psychology thing that's killing me. Psychology would cause me to lose my trade, lose my blow so many accounts just because of the psychology in trading. The actual analysis and marking up the charts and doing all of that, as you guys can see, I can pass a trade. I could do it. I made 1,500. I made 1,500 right here because I was only allowed to make 1,500. I was going to take that all the way up. I made 1,500 here because I was only allowed to make 1,500. I was going to take that all the way up. I came here and make another 1,500, and I closed that because it didn't give me the trade I really wanted. And I was like, you know what? I was up like 2,000, 2,200, started pulling back too much. I'm going to get out. It's cool. I'm going to take that. Here, I was in this trade. This trade went down and did $2,500 play. I got out because I'm not even sure why I got out. I got out because it wasn't moving. I was being impatient. It wasn't moving when I got in there. And also I was scared to take another loss because I just lost, because I took all them losses last night. I was scared to take another loss. I'm like, man, I just lost. I can't, my account. If anybody know what the thing about funded accounts is, especially with Topstep, is once you pass the video's getting pretty long. I'm about to wrap it up here. Once you pass the express stage, whatever money you make on the funded account, that becomes your balance. Like, let's go. So for instance, I made 1,400. I think I ended the day with like 1,291, right? That was my balance. Below 1,291, my account is blown. So when you lose 600 on this trade, 800 on this trade, you probably only got like a few more dollars left before your account is gone. So you got to be very, very careful. So when it starts pulling back and don't go in my favor right away, even though in retrospect, honestly, you should wait for a lower high, which it did, and then it dropped. When it doesn't start going in my favor right away, stuff like that, that thinking goes out the window. You know what I'm saying? That thinking goes out the window. This thing trended down. It held the trend. It didn't break it. It just kept making lower highs. Just kept making lower highs, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, and it tapped and it dropped. There was literally no reason for me to get out of this trade until that's when my stop is above this high. So as long as it doesn't come above this high, and I think above this high, my own count would have been blown. But it never did that. It never even came close to it. The highest it came was here, and I was perfectly fine. I should have stayed in it, but again, I was scared to take another loss, and that ultimately ended up causing me to lose my account anyway. And I always tend to do that, and I need to work on that part of trading. I need to work on my psychology, and that is ultimately the reason why I continue to blow accounts, is because my psychology isn't there. It is not because I'm taking bad trades. It is not because I don't know what I'm doing. It's ultimately what's going on in my head. I'm fighting with myself in my head. And that ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, caused me to blow accounts, caused me to lose. What's going on in my head caused me to lose more than it caused me to win, which is crazy because, as you guys can see, I'm always in winning. I take winning trades. I was in this trade. I got in again here. I was in this trade multiple times. I missed it here at 9, but I got in here at 10:30. I was in this trade. After it went down, came back, retest, reject. Honestly, I probably should have gotten a little earlier. Honestly, if I had got in here, I would have been perfectly fine. I probably would have sat in that. No drawdown. I probably would have sat in that, but that didn't happen. I got in here at a nice price, and I was in this trade for $2,530 play. And yeah, I was in it, caused myself to lose. And the moral of the story, man, work on your psychology. Work on your psychology, or you will continue to blow accounts. I think I'm pretty decent at finding decent setups, finding decent plays, and they pretty much play out. And I mean, for instance, like I said, this trade is getting too long. This 30 right here, US 30, I called every one of these trades. I was actually in this earlier today on a demo account. This thing shot up to $9,700. I called this was Monday or Tuesday. I called that Tuesday. It went off. I called this Wednesday. It went off. I called this today after it came back down at 9 o'clock. 8:30 played around. I told my same homie to get into this trade. He didn't. And it went off. It's not my levels. I know how to drop the levels. I know how to do all that. It's just my psychology. My psychology's ruined me. So I'm going to try to go work on that. If you guys have any idea how to work, if you guys made it to the end of this video, by the way, shout out to you. like, subscribe, and if you guys have any insights or any advice on how to work on your psychology and how to get better at that, let me know in the comments down below. And appreciate you guys, man, for watching this video. The next one, I'm going to go ahead and get another combine. I'm going to pass that. I'm going to come back to the XFA account, and we're going to start from there. We're not going to do the combine thing again. I'm going to see you guys in the next video. On the next video I upload is going to be an XFA account, and we're going to try to grow that. We try to work on our psychology as well. Take a break from the charts. See you guys in the next one. Peace.